we go. We're against a name that I can't read, and a character that I don't recognise. But she's wearing the hair buns of that. Oh dear, I can't remember the name of that fighting game character. It's been that long. Chun-Li from Street Fighter. God. Right, let's have a think. Aerial Specialist gets slated on, but I actually think it's quite powerful. Because you go early Phoenixes, and the Phoenixes have the same range as Marksman almost. That's the safe pick here. This is the spicy pick. Go just play safe. Go Supply Specialist. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Extra economy is always good. Opponent agrees and has gone Giant Specialist. Some beefy units. Kind of glad we've got the Mustangs here, but we're going to get Vulcan next round most likely. Let's spread these guys slightly further apart than I normally would. Just so the Vulcan doesn't murder everything. Right, and you know what? I'm just going to take... What am I going to take? The tank's going to be a pain for me, and I'm expecting a Vulcan next round, so I probably need snipers. Problem is I don't have a great front line for the snipers. Will that do? You know what? Maybe I'm going to move it slightly further forward. There we go. Just so a missile has a harder time killing both the sniper and these, and half of these. Still ain't about here. You might get all three of them. I'm okay with that. Faster attacking my hair. Good luck, fun. Good luck, fun. Good luck and have fun. Come on, man. I need to focus on my oration. I sound a little bit tired today. Yeah. Still roasting hot here. Mustang's doing work, eating the fangs up. Crawler's pressuring. He's gone sniper as well. I think we're in a comfortable position here. It's just going to be slow and steady. Let's see what's offered. Let's see if we get anything spicy. Please don't be nano repair kit. Please don't be nano repair kit. Okay, I'll take the improved fire control on whichever set of Mustangs did the most damage. That's these boys. Do I want to bait my opponent into Vulcan, or do I want to keep him away from Vulcan? I think I want to get some tanks. Just have got options and a decent front line. Tanks here and here. Spacing is reasonable. They're a little bit vulnerable to missiles, but I can shield, save them. Or I can do distraction crawlers. Expect him to go Stormcaller. It's either he gets a Vulcan or a Stormcaller. Let's find out. Opponent is still thinking. The nice thing about readying up first is that you get to see what your opponent's placing before you can see what you've placed. So you can plan your next turn moves during this little bit of extra time. I know some folks find waiting for your opponent frustrating and hate it when the opponent runs down the clock, but just think of it as a chess clock almost, where you get to think on your opponent's turn, which can really help you. I think these fangs are too far over, I'll be honest. They have to walk all the way in before they can do any damage. And yes, they sort of counter a middle flank, but they don't counter the corner flank at all. And these snipers are too far back. They've got to walk forward miles before they start shooting, so I can kind of punish that by giving my snipers range and getting, you know, work done before the enemy snipers do anything, or putting frontline Stormcallers down and shielding behind them with a fortress or just buying shields. Opponent didn't do anything. He's sitting on money, so we're going to have a big fortress round or a big Vulcan round next turn, or a huge Overlord play, or he's just AFK. Assuming my opponent is a tactical genius, but him doing nothing is kind of terrifying. Because he's got a fortune in money sitting in his pocket, but I earn XP while he's not spent money, so I'm stronger and killing his stuff, doing damage to him and earning experience on my units. So sitting on a huge pile of cash is generally a bad idea. You don't really see the high-level players doing it. Intensive training, I'm loving it. Improved Stormcaller, ooh, decreases range, there's the problem. I think without the decreased range, you know, you could forget the 400% HP. No, I'm taking an upgrade every day of the week. Right, we've got 550 to play with. Our opponent is playing super slow. He doesn't have armor on these guys, so let's make him make the response. We're going to unlock Arclight, and we're going to buy Mustangs. I'm going to drop them in my usual spots, or further over, just they're not right on top of the tanks to begin with. And I think leveling up the tanks that are the furthest away from leveling up, and dropping a missile, or not dropping a missile. No, let's save my economy now, because I'm going to need to have more money for upgrading units later on. Opponent's bought Stormcallers. Has he got the improved Stormcaller? He has. They're very short range though. 160 meters, I can outrange them with the snipers quite easily. I would go Launcher Overload if I was doing this play. Right, we need to get more units into his face as fast as possible now. So we need crawlers to be coming in quickly and hitting hard. I need the distraction crawler set up. They are pretty tanky, I must admit. They survive a beating, but they don't survive a sniper bullet. Okay. Wow, choice. He's very essential, so let's just force him to save his units or die. Further forward, because it takes a few seconds to kick in. Don't really care about the snipers, they're not a threat. Upgrade what we can upgrade. I'm thinking Mechanical Rage on these guys. And then a second wave of crawlers. Nope, Mobile Beacon. Mobile Beacon. Talked about this a lot. Oh, he's too far back though. I need to run forwards, then run back out again. We can do that. We're going to do flats if we're running forwards. I'm going to do them slightly further back so I can put a shield behind them and it still covers most of the unit. Even though we're doing this as our next play. I want to pull the rockets towards my tougher tanks and keep the enemy within the bombards. I'm going to do it like this. These crawlers can arrive as a third wave. Okay with this. Do I want to push? Don't want to push. No, we're okay. Got a nice big bombard. There's his Vulcans. That's what we were expecting. Please don't kill me on crawlers and my missiles. A little bit unfortunate. I want to be able to the very first missiles right in the front. We pulled everything together in some midline. Tanks can tank this with some armor. And then Mustangs can spank it with some range. Tanking and spanking. Here we go. Wow. We've already killed stuff. That feels pretty bad. I guess it was just the bombard. Because I don't think we'd have been this far ahead without the bombard. Okay. He's only got a few hundred HP left. A few hundred? 1400? That's quite a bit. He's going to take Barrier. I think we take Speed Specialist here. Junior Manufacturing is nice, gotta say. It's expensive though. I'm not planning on going to late game, I'm planning on winning as fast as I can here. So Speed Specialist it is. I want to get armor on the tanks. 2 more sets of tanks. I could have done a huge play here and done a push for elites, bought some elites and then leveled them up. But I'm okay with this. Range on these guys or damage on these guys? Might just level these guys up because they're doing a lot of work. They're halfway through their level already. No, I'm just going to level up these tanks. They can tank the flamethrower a bit longer. I'm going to take temporary damage, oh no, permanent damage, and mobile beacon, slightly forward, very back. As they arrive at about the same time that these crawls arrive. There we go, should be solid. I think expect more Stormcallers, expect a barrier on this guy. He's got oil but not fire bombs, interesting. I expect range on him then. See what he does. There's the barrier. And more Stormcallers. He hasn't bought any upgrades there. Oh, he has. He's got fucking Incendiary Bomb on the Stormcallers. Makes sense. So oil on these guys is kind of clever then, because then he uses the Stormcallers to ignite them. So the armor on the tanks is good, because his units will take a while to kill it, the tanks can go over fire. But we're going to need lots more snipers now to start chewing through his stuff. Or we go to Phoenix. And thank you, Phoenix. Even though we've already got 2 snipers, I think Phoenixes are safer, because the Stormcallers can't hit them. Need it from the Vulcans. One more shot, go and kill it. Thank you. So a big Phoenix play. Opponent responds with Mustangs, but then his own fire gets in the way. His fangs are going to be annoying as well. Strike Specialist. Start crawlering in. Thinking about it, you know, he's going to Iron Beam. Not too threatening though. So Phoenix, and 3 sets of Phoenixes will cost me 650. Range would cost me an extra 300. That's 950, which leaves me 250 left over for upgrading units, buying shields, pushing for health. Yeah, the flank play with crawlers will be the game-winning play. We're not doing it this round. We're doing a setup round this round with Phoenixes. I'm okay with that. Let me buy this. Plus, give range, 250 left over. I don't think the crawlers are going to survive, so I don't think it's worth upgrading them. 150 left. Anything else I can do in the meantime that will be useful? We take health. And then do we save 50 for next round for the big play? Yes, we do. Which one should we kill first? Let's kill the one with higher attack damage first. Let's have these guys arrive just as the crawlers hit the front wave. Do we push? No, we're okay. We're comfortable. The mobile beacon, almost forgot. Forward. And then a little back. Let's just go straight back. There. Might be a mistake. Split and away. Yeah, straight back was bad because they're going to walk back over the fire now. That was stupid. Oh well. Yep, we're going for the high level one. Didn't even notice it at a level up, or did he use his intensive training on it? Go on, Phoenixes. Crawler's doing work. Not really, because these things are tanky. I forgot yet the tanky version of Stormcallers. Ouch. We're not getting through. Wow. So beefy. This sniper's going to kill these Phoenixes, and these Phoenixes aren't even going to kill this Vulcan. It's got so much HP. Disaster. Crisis, crisis. Oh no. I'm going to take a beating here. Ooh. So the issue we've got is we're not doing enough damage. Orbital Javelin would kill him, so we've got to do it. He gets range though, but I get Javelin. This opens up this flank for a massive crawler play. Let's do it. Crawler replicate. Upgrade these bad boys. Upgrade the tanks. They got armor. And we're doing mass recruitment. Elite crawlers. 1, 2, 3. This side is still relatively safe. But this side, I'm feeling it. I am definitely feeling it. I want to be here. Or here. I want to be backline. And I still want some distraction over here as well, so the sniper turns. And then I've got money to push, range, speed, and 200 left over, which is going to be damage on the Mustangs or shields. Let's drop 2 forward shields. Oh, I didn't do my level up. That's okay. Mobile beacon, don't go straight forward this time. You know what? I'm going to go aggressive with these guys. Try and get onto these fangs. Phew. Okay. I thought he was going to have like 4 overlords. Oh no. Move. Good lads, good lads. Big play, big play. Can they get through? Wait, my javelin didn't kill? How did it survive? I was not paying attention. How did this survive? Javelin. The javelin does 75,000 damage. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's see how we do on this side. Tower down, it's beautiful. Phoenix is coming across. Right. Means he kind of self-countered with overlords, because Phoenix eats overlords for breakfast. Right. But this was my big flank play and isn't a knockout blow. This is just a chunk of his health. That's a shame. Oh, that is devastating. Amplifying core, and then do our own big play. These guys are not going to last. It's a shame. So both flanks are going to fail this time. So we need another way of winning the front line. I think winning the front line is going to be a simple, old-fashioned fortress push. While the Phoenixes mop up everything in the air. Just thinking money-wise. I think 2 fortresses. Put the... I want the fortress to hit the Vulcan and not get killed before it gets there. And I want anti-air missile barrage to deal with wasps that are spawning. Which might be a bit silly. It might be overkill. Right, then we need to push, range, speed, or upgrades. I think upgrades actually. No, speed. We're getting this a little lot. What we're going to upgrade, whichever of these guys did the most damage, these ones. I've still not used my intensive training. That's okay. Mobile beacon. What do I want to do on a mobile beacon? These guys are dead, so just... That was close. Nice, we answered the wasps. That's kind of what we were expecting. Wait, he didn't missile these guys? He just put overlords? Okay, fair. Wow, laggy there. So much going on. So the fortress should come in and just murder this guy. Nice. And then we get some missiles to deal with these guys. Question mark. It's all on the Phoenixes now. We get the tower pretty solid. Shoot the tower, shoot the tower, shoot the tower. Nope, distracted. Ah. Get the tower. Why are you walking sideways? There we go. Right, Phoenixes. We're relying on you here before these wasps get spawned. Thank you. It's a big game. Oh, it did well. I still struggle with these Stormcallers with fire. Because I'm so ground dependent. I've noticed that I'm very slow to buy Phoenixes lately. That was kind of my come to Jesus moment where I suddenly realised I'm not flanking enough and I'm not buying enough Phoenixes. And that was kind of hard capping my ability. So I suddenly went on a win streak when I realised, hey look, the air is another layer of fight. And the Stormcallers and fire can't hurt you if you're flying above them. I think opponent did quite well here. I'm not sure he should have gone for jump drive. I don't think it did a lot for him. The movement speed and the repositioning one of his overlords. I think he should have just dropped 2 missiles to deal with my flanks right away at the start of the round to let the overlords come forward and start working on the actual important stuff. The fortresses with missiles did quite a bit of air control, just dealing with the wasps. But the way the wasps spawn, they kind of save the mothership no matter what you do. I think we were kind of lucky to already have the Mustangs set up to deal with some of the air as long as they could survive the field of fire. The flank was good for turning these guys around, so the initial fire was the wrong way. Distraction crawlers, again, worth their weight in gold, always worth buying mobile beacon and 1 set of crawlers for that. Tanks did okay. Not as impressed as I could have been with them. Didn't really invest a lot of money into them. Just got armor on them so they could just hold the line. And if the Vulcan got stuck on them, it got stuck on them. But I never really saw the tanks fighting the Vulcan. The tanks were kind of just busy in the midfield, fighting the Fangs, which was probably good, because the Fangs don't do any damage to them when they've got armor on. Mustangs, I should have got range on my Mustangs. That was an oversight. Phoenixes did work. I think when I went Phoenix range, I should also go Mustang range, because if you want range on your Phoenixes, you definitely want range on your Mustangs. But I was kind of accepting that the Mustangs were going to die. I missed a few intensive training triggers, and our opponent didn't even take it. But that was just because money was tight, and it was more important I responded and countered what our opponent was doing, and put pressure on him. If you spend all your money on upgrades and units, that's the amazing thing about the game. Upgrading units is the most cost-efficient thing you can do for stats, but your opponent can see those units and counter them. So while you're busy upgrading, your opponent is countering you. So you need to get that balance of upgrades versus countering your opponent's counter. Anyway, let's see how much combat power we've gained. Oh no, let's think from our opponent's perspective. Opponent's perspective, we needed range on Stormcallers. The upgraded version has shorter range. And while they're super tanky, a little bit more range makes a huge difference with things like artillery. So if you look, his golden zone is very, very small. Right, anyway, here we go. How much combat power did we gain for that? We gained... tidy 400. Nice. That's what we were looking for. Let's see how we're doing in the tournament. Still ranked 3rd. Whew. Well, I shall see you tomorrow for the next round. Thank you for watching.